Good afternoon, Dr. McGowen. This is Grant with Blue Digital Solutions. We spoke with somebody in your office the other day, just letting you guys know that we had shot a quick video for you guys, just kind of giving you guys some quick tips on what some things that you guys can do on your end to help grow your traffic, send more traffic to your website and help grow your rankings through the Google listings. So just kind of starting off, we used some of our tools and kind of compared you to some of your competitors in the area. What I came up with, the tips I want to give you today, has to do with content, backlinks, and citations. Those are three of the biggest things that kind of Google uses to determine, rank placement and stuff like that. So I'm going to kind of break those down each for you so you can see what I'm talking about. But starting out, just going off of content, I have your page up right now, and you guys actually have a really nice page. Whoever designed it actually did a really good job, especially with all the different services and everything you guys offer. So overall, the page itself looks fantastic. But when I'm talking about content, obviously I'm talking about anything that has, any of these words on it. So anything I can highlight. So obviously, Google, the way they work is they have bots that crawl our pages. And they crawl from left to right, down to or top to bottom, and all they see is content. They don't see, this beautiful layout that you have here for a website, or all these, these pictures. They don't see any of that stuff. They just see the content and the content only. But what they do see also is behind the pictures. So just checking this, if we click, save image as, it'll tell us what this was saved as. So in this case, it was saved as just a random number. Being that Google can see behind the pictures, we want to make sure that we save all of your pictures on your website as a keyword that you're trying to rank for. So in this case, maybe something like chiropractor Jacksonville FL or something along those lines. But we'd want to go through and save all of your pictures that way because, once again, that's telling Google, hey, look, these are the keywords I want to rank for. And on top of that, you're going to want to take your keywords and, mix it into your content as well. Google wants to see roughly at least minimum of 1,000 words. 1,015 is kind of the sweet spot. 1,500 words is kind of the sweet spot for your homepage. And kind of give you an example of why it's so important. Think about if you were to Google anything, let's see, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, goat cheese, it doesn't matter, Google something. You'll see that Wikipedia usually pops up right there in the top one or two spots. And the reason for that is because they are the expert on that in Google's eyes. And the reason for that is because they have the most content, and they're talking, they're using all these different keywords that Google wants to see. So in turn, Google sees them as the local expert, and that's why they're number one. So it's nothing different here. The more content you have on your homepage with the keywords in it, the more it's going to show Google that this is what I want to rank for. So just got to give you some ideas. Obviously, if you're about practice where it says read more, Google doesn't see all what's after this read more. So you maybe remove that and continue on writing here. For your services, you can do for neck pain, physical therapy. You can do 100, 150 words under each of these, to where if somebody highlights over it like this, it'll show 100 to 200 words, to where you can start tying in some keywords for each of these as well. And then obviously, you could just keep adding on. It's up to you on how you want to do that. But overall, site looks great. So I'm going to compare you to your competitors. The one competitor that I did find was, the way I kind of did it is I looked at the highest searched keyword in your area. So in this case, it was chiropractor Jacksonville, Florida, as you can see. And I'm not focusing on this right now. I'll talk about that here in a second. But I'm going to focus on the organic listings. So I scroll down until I find, the company that ranks the highest, which in this case is jacksonvillechiropractic.org. So that's who I'm going to compare you to. So we go to look at their website. They have a nice looking website, but when it comes to content, they don't have anything too special. Really not even that they have that much more than you either. So really easy to outdo here. They don't have much, so it's not hard to outdo. But what they do have is some of the keywords tied in there, so that's why they're ranking up towards the top. And we'll break that down a little bit more here in a second. But let's look at the metrics of your site. So pull you up here. This is just a tool that we use so I can see a lot of the back-end information when it comes to websites. But to break it down for you, just kind of so you understand what you're seeing. We're looking at your website here. DR has to do with the domain rating, so it's 0 to 100. The closer to it is to 100, the more powerful your website is. So obviously you're sitting at a 5, so your website's really not too powerful. The way you gain power is through backlinks. And backlinks are nothing more than your website listed on other people's websites. And not all backlinks are created equal. So obviously, being a chiropractor, you need to get your site on other chiropractor sites or something, like that, maybe within the medical field or something when, in that big niche area. But kind of going through and looking at some of these, we got fan starts GoFundMe with Kanye West, Jay-Z welcomes twins, Serena Williams confirms pregnancy. So see, this is probably hurting you in the long run, because this has nothing to do with, chiropractor work. Nipsey Hussle, rapper shot dead. There's a lot of, it looks like stuff about rappers on here, and shootings, all sorts of stuff. So, these aren't the types of backlinks that you would want on your site, because it's actually going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. So that kind of gives you an idea on how to get backlinks. Well, actually, I'll show you how to get backlinks as well, but this gives you an idea what your backlinks are, so you can look at it real fast. So, like, here's some good ones. Excuse me. But chiropractic clinics, Jacksonville, Florida. Looks probably like a directory or some sort, but still, that's a good one to get on because it has to do with chiropractors. But let's go back real fast. And then we look, so now we can see we have organic keywords. This is how many keywords you actually rank for. And then out of these keywords, this is how many people you're actually pulling into your website every single month. So there's 240 people visiting your website every month. And this number here, not really to pay attention to, but what it's saying is if you were running pay-per-click ads or something of that nature, it would cost you about $909 to gain these 240 people to come to your site. So really nothing to pay attention to. But let's look at your keywords, see what you rank for. All right, so here we go. Just got to give you an idea. Obviously, volume, 1,300. That's going to be the amount of people that are actually searching this specific keyword every single month. Position, that's going to be where your website is pulling up on Google. So you're pulling up on as number 9 for this term on the first page of Google. And then out of these 1,300 people that search this, you have 40 people coming to your website out of it. So they're finding your website down here at number 9, and they're actually coming to it. So now going through, let's look at your rank for you. Chiropractor benefits, your actual name itself, which is good. More benefits, your name. And then just kind of a bunch of other stuff. A lot of it looks like maybe it could be you got a blog on your website or something, and it's pulling a lot of these phrases, which these are all great to rank for. But at the end of the day, it's not the main search terms that people are looking for when they're looking for a chiropractor there in Jacksonville. So do they help? Yes, but not a ton. Not like chiropractor Jacksonville, Florida, or something of that nature. So you're not ranking for any of the keywords, it looks like, that people are actually searching for when they're looking for a chiropractor in Jacksonville. And then we look over here to your competitors. So now we have jacksonvillechiropractic.org. And we see their domain rating, which is at a 7. So you're at a 5, they're at a 7. So it's really, you're right there neck and neck with them. The only reason they're popping up at the top of Google is because they're actually ranking for keywords that are, actually being searched. So we look at theirs, they have 84 referring domains, 541 backlinks. They're gaining 217 people out of these to their site, creating $2,100 worth of traffic. So let's look at their keywords. So right off the bat, they're ranking for, some heavy hitting keywords. Jacksonville Chiropractic, they're number 1. 300 people are searching for it. They have 38 people come to their site every month because of it. Chiropractor and acupuncture, same thing, 134 people coming. 600 people searching for that. They're in the middle of page 1. They got 28 people. So imagine how many they could pull if they were number 1. And you get the idea, 150, 150, 100. So it keeps going. So there's a lot of keywords, that you're missing out on. And here's a couple I'll just show you. So chiropractor Jacksonville FL, 1,600. Same thing. Chiropractor in Jacksonville FL, 1,600. And then it goes down, and we can start picking apart, all these little small keywords and still include them in your website. That way, we're not missing out on any search traffic. So that's kind of covering the backlinks. And how would you go about getting backlinks? I'll show you real fast. We'll look at their backlinks. So this is your competitor's backlinks right here. And all it is, once again, success leaves clues. So we know that Google's willing to rank this company with, these backlinks. So what we do is we go through one by one, and we try to get your name on these websites as well. So we know that, if their website is on this link, we're going to go find a way to get it on there. Whether we got to contact the developers, whatever it is that we got to do, we go out and we match what they're doing, and then we don't stop there. We go above and beyond and keep getting more and more backlinks. That way you're untouchable, in the long run, that if another company wants to try to start coming after you, from a web presence standpoint, it's going to be very difficult because we're going to continue adding backlinks every week. They're going to get more and more. That way it kind of puts you out of reach for your competitors. So the next thing I want to cover, though, is citations. Citations are nothing more than getting your name, address, and phone number listed out on directories. So there's hundreds of directories out there, but the biggest thing is when you go put your information out there on those directories, it needs to match word for word, letter for letter. So the name needs to match Jacksonville Chiropractic and that the and symbol. If they were to type out and, or if they were to leave out this colon, Google's going to find it irrelevant, and it's not going to help them in any way, shape, or form. It was just a waste of time, pretty much. So when you go out here and you put your name on these directories, make sure it's, like I said, word for word, letter by letter. Address is the exact same, and then Google will see that, and then it'll give you, power, I guess you would say, to your GMB right here to help start pushing it towards the top. That's one of the biggest factors on ranking a GMB is citations, getting your name out there on all of these different directories. Most of our clients, we usually put them out there to at least 300 to 350 directories. And so that's one way to do it. And obviously everything else comes into play. Reviews come into play, making sure that your GMB or the Google My Business listing is completely optimized. And what I mean by that is make sure your hours are updated, your website's added, make sure you have a description, make sure your pictures are saved the way that we spoke about earlier. So save them as your keywords. And I know getting deep here, you can geotag them if you want to, but all you're trying to do is outdo what your top competitor has. So we look at your top competitor, we'll say they have, without clicking it and going into detail, we'll just say they have 25 photos. Obviously we want to outdo that. We want, 35, 45 photos. Their stuff's not saved. Their pictures aren't saved as their keywords. We want to save ours as keywords. They have 146 reviews. We want more than that. We want our keywords tied into the reviews. So all we're trying to do is just completely outdo them on every level. That way, it's going to push us to the top. But real quick, going over GMBs, I was kind of searching around, seeing what you had out there. I see you have a handful of GMBs out there. I see you have the medical centers, the rehab center GMB. I see that you have a chiropractor GMB. And then I also seen you have one for your name linking to your chiropractic website as well. So you have the right idea here because you offer so many services, which that's a whole different thing in itself. I'm just showing you the chiropractor side of the house, but obviously we could target ADHD treatments, we could target allergies, we could target back pain, we could target all these. There's keywords for every single one of these to start increasing traffic to your website. Or the same thing with locations. If you had more than one location, obviously, then you'd be doing this would be kind of done the right way. You'd be creating one of these for every one of your locations, which in this case, this is good. You have one for your rehab center, and then you have one for your chiropractor. But then you have another one over here for your chiropractor. So kind of need to figure out which one you're wanting to use, and kind of go with that one and probably delete the other one before Google sees it and sees that it's kind of a duplicate and hits both of them for spam and then suspends or deletes them both. But overall, everything looks like you've done a pretty good job up to this point. Just show you this real fast, talking about citations. All it is, we're just looking for chiropractors in Jacksonville, and it shows us who all has citations. So we start here, you go through, you can see all this, you got a lot of folks with 69, 55, 50, 49, 73. And then I seen your one GMB here that has your name on it. You have 18. So I don't see the other ones registering, so if I was going to keep one, it would probably be that one here, just because you already have citations, you already have reviews, so this would be a good one to keep. But how do you get citations? How do you find these directories? Same things kind of with the backlinks is obviously success leaves clues. Dodd's going to be our number one ranking person right now. Even though, granted they do have 69, they're not the highest because this person has 73, but more than likely they've done everything else right on their GMB, meaning it's all optimized, pictures are saved the right way. So that's probably why they're number one. But same thing with backlinks, success leaves clues. So I want to see what 69 directories that they're in, and I want to go after it. So because of that, obviously now I can click this, and I can see exactly where they're located or what directories that they're in. And now we'd go through line by line and get you put in, for each and every one of these as well. So that way, we're doing the exact same thing the number one person is doing, then we're going above and beyond and extra, adding an extra 100 citations or 150 citations. That way, once again, you're untouchable. But overall, I just wanted to shoot you this quick video, show you some tips that you guys could do to help increase your traffic, grow your business. If it's something that you would like to have a sit down with and kind of explain more in detail on exactly what we can do for you, I'd love to send you, put together a proposal and kind of talk through it, learn about your business, find out exactly what it is you want to target and where you want to go and where you want to be in the future. to where we can lay out a detailed proposal that's made specifically for your business and for your business's needs. But once again, my name is Grant. My phone number is 706-233-3557. Once again, 706-233-3557. I look forward to hearing with you, and thank you.